Alright. YouTube should be receiving my content. I am all set. I believe. I am audible. Am I not? I am audible. Okay. If I remember right, I believe I was going to Footfall, but along the way going to every, like, unchecked, I guess, solar system. To see if I can find, what was Ejira's planet. Maybe if I talk to her, there'll be some more hints. Because it's just like, oh, I'll know when I get there. But the universe is a big place. You never know. What are you? Captain, the augurs cannot determine who the ship we approach belongs to, but the telemetry clearly reveals it's an Imperium vessel. The hull is badly damaged. There's air in some of the chambers, which means they are hermetically sealed. What are your orders concerning the discovery? I'm going to check it out. Oh, shit. Okay. Cineris Maleficum. That's somewhere significant, isn't it? They've mentioned that before. Agathis Arcades. Window on the bridge. Courted by unknown. Okay. Note, the veracity of the recounted events is questionable. Oh, that's fun. We who walk down the same passageways in the same bays day after day. We who are born, live and die to the hum of the ship's machines. Forever hunger for the smallest glimpse of another life, and for a chance to see the heroes who tirelessly fight for us and for the glory of the Imperium. So let's have a tale about the Lord Captain, by the will of the Emperor, the guardian and the commander of every good and honest soul upon this void ship. In the time he boarded a vessel named the Fireborn. Like a dead whale cast ashore by the inexplicable force of the swell, wrecked vessel was a confronting sight for its unwitting visitors. Some bays still retained an atmosphere. There was no life anywhere. The ship was dead, its machine spirits dissipated, and the darkness of space dissipated in the darkness of space. It was just the husk left, and the rogue trader's crew were to become scavengers swarming the carcass of a fallen Leviathan. The captain oversaw the expedition personally. He decided Pascal, if you would, train the penetrating gaze of the augur's arrays on the damn ship. The augur's keen eyes scanned the eerie vessel, identifying that the void ship was gravely damaged in the process of final erosion. There was very little time to explore it. 3 sectors seemed the least damaged: the bridge, middle crew deck, and the service bay. After exchanging a series of trills and warbles in their mysterious and ancient language, the tech priests responsible for the augurs reported to the Lord Captain they had glimpsed signs of the valuable components in the operation in service bay. In operation in the service bay. The Captain's next step was to have Idra feel it out. Hostile eyes upon her, Idra sank into a trance. When she resurfaced, she reported that the ship had been a victim of the warp, which suffered worst of all. It was the section that provoked the greatest anxiety and trepidation in the Psyker. Service Bay was the least damaged section, though Idra spoke of it with no particular interest. Alright, scouts? Well, Captain had to decide which of the 3 teams he would lead, and which of the 2 would be entrusted to their officers. Let here be known the names of those honest people who stood before a rogue trader in that moment. The taciturn and grave young Hosan, probably, whose word was as firm as his handshake. Captain Vesti's jokes will be remembered by everyone on decks 3 to 5. And Captain Matina, senior officer of the third unit, known to many as Grey Matina. She had been leading units back when the current crop of scouts, I didn't realize I could scroll to, were snot-nosed kids. No one on deck were in any doubt that navigating inside the wrecked ship would be difficult. Units would be separated by kilometers of twisted metal, dead modules devoid of atmosphere, collapsed passageways, and hull breaches the size of a house. The only thing connecting the brave teams would be a delicate thread of a Vox link. And so, after weighing up the options, what Captain chose to go with, Matina, she seems good. From here on, we will relate the events based on what we have learned from the witnesses. People who accompanied the Lord Captain on the tour of the Dread ship. Shuttles. That's a cool image. Shuttles started up one after another and dispersed, each heading for its selected target. An hour spent on cutting through the hole in the freezing vacuum of space, a fussy boarding. And finally, the road trader stepped onto the cold, dark deck of the ship. The torches revealed a sign of the gloom, Fireborn. After a minute-long exchange with the Voxmaster, who had quickly checked the archives, it was established that the dead vessel was that of Captain Nova Van Dane, registered at Kiavagama port. Grantina said a prayer appropriate to the situation, and she looked expectantly at the Lord Captain, waiting for orders. $40 is my highest Imperium stat? That's crazy. Are these not the same? Valuable and undamaged are different words. What Captain's assessment proved to be correct. After a thorough search, as all searches conducted by Gray and Matina were, Scouts found undamaged components and marked them for later dismantling. Sound crackled from the Vox speakers, and a light on the casing switched on, signaling a message coming in on the first unit's frequency. Commander Young Ho San calmly reported that his unit was making satisfactory progress with the ship's bridge. This was followed by a message from the second unit, which was on the crew deck. Vox speakers crackled, preparing to connect with the unit's commander, Captain Vesti. Words that came through sounded muffled, as though the person on the other end wasn't speaking directly into the Vox, but accidentally pressing the transmit button while occupied with something else. Never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. Hold on, wait, is it moving? Both Captain Messina barked out a stream of orders, telling the unit to close ranks around the road trader and prepare for trouble. Then the yelling from the Vox turned to laughter. Gatchy old girl boomed a voice from the speaker, belonged to Captain Vesti, commander of the unit. Explaining the don't panic, we're all good here. Not a thing to report. Hope where you are is just as uneventful. White with anger, Matina turned to the road trader. Captain Vesti has a unique sense of humor. Shun suggests that your lordship take him in hand. What's going on? Captain Vesti reported that his unit's foray had so far proceeded without incident, mystical or otherwise. They had found no survivors from the ship's crew, or bodies for that matter. However, the unit had encountered a problem. Passage leading to the deck section of the arsenal and storage depot was seriously damaged, especially in the power cables. Proceeding further could be dangerous. Alright, I got new orders for it. Vesti's unit headed off to carry out the orders, while the road trader and his team continued on. Fortune smiled on the unit this time. Gray Matina had trusted her instinct and experience, chose to return to the shuttle via an alternate route. One of the dark, branching passageways, the team discovered the modest but untouched trove of cargo from Calvagama. Vesti Young Ho-san reached the Lord Captain's ears once again. First unit's captain soberly reported that his people were proceeding to the bridge. Ensuing deathly silence alerted the Lord Captain, I can read, something was wrong. Following the gazes of his team, he saw that the unit's dispatcher, who was carrying the large Voxcaster with the antenna and transmitter, was lagging far behind the rest of the group. The transmission indicator was dark. There were no incoming messages, even if there had been. Son's voice couldn't have sounded so close, as if the dispatcher, Son himself, was standing right next to the rogue trader. Son here, Unit 1 proceeding to the bridge, said the voice again. That seemed to be coming from all sides, drawing in from the left and the right, under the deck, and even from somewhere among the massive cables overhead. I know you're not real. Captain managed not only to maintain his self-control, but also keep the terrified unit from veering into outright panic. Led by the rogue trader, the scouts hurriedly retreated to the shuttle, pursued by the comrade's disembodied voice, which continued to repeat the same brief message. After returning to the shuttle, Sigmund received reports about Fireborn's status. Tech priests who relentlessly pierced the wreckage with the augure's gaze insisted on curtailing operation as soon as possible, fearing imminent destruction. There were also reports from the other two units. The second unit had succeeded in moving through the danger zone and had returned to the shuttle with a valuable payload taken from the dead ship's stores. Augers and the Vox system proved equally useless. The first unit, which had been exploring the bridge, had vanished without a trace. It's as if the dead ship had swallowed them whole. The scouts and their commander, young Hassan, had simply disappeared, joining the thousands of crew members lost aboard the Fireborn. Unit assembled at the shuttles, and the Lord Captain gave the final order of this grim expedition. Hello, Nether SKN. You're back? I hope you'll forgive that I don't really recognize you. Have you changed your name? Full service. It's nice to have you regardless. Welcome to stream. Led by Sister Argenta, scouts built of funeral pyres, old metal barrels, and small shipping containers served as temple braziers, and the wavering but warm light illuminating their faces. Scouts listened to the sisters as the sisters sang a prayer for the departed. Little by little, the listeners' terrified, weary gazes brighten. Your last count. Oh, you're Bejkun, right? Well, hello. I'm just gonna call you Nether now. Nice to have you. Welcome back with your new identity. So you heard the sisters' words. Understanding dawned on the survivors. Death dogged the footsteps of everyone. If there's destiny higher than death, they should always remember that. This is the reason to keep it going. Time's up. Scouting party returned to their ship with one last look at Fireborn, the rogue trader. Gave the order to fire upon the dead vessel at the range, for that which was born in fire should also perish in fire. Cool. Okay. Is this a burning world? I can never realize. There's like 4 different on-fire worlds. Can never tell them apart. I don't need provisions. I don't need provisions enough to use an extractium on it. First username was Bejkun, but then you changed your nickname. Now you have this account. Ah, I see. What is this? The rings. Giant rings on this planet's surface can be observed even from orbit. Submerged at this planet, there's a native species of giant insects similar to Terran ants. Just like ants, they sometimes form so-called death spirals, which one creature follows another without realizing they're going in circles. These were the rings discovered by the ship's observers. Strange phenomenon that was originally suspected to be a sign of warp activity or a nefarious xenostructure turned out to be a quirk of nature, and a tragic one at that. Okay, nice bit of trivia, I guess. Fun. What's crazy about those ants were so large you could see them from space. Augurs had detected wreckage in the voice ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Okay, that was weird. What was the point of that? Maybe it was a hidden, like, tech use check or something. Nope. Well, I guess if it was hidden, it wouldn't have showed me. Can I go here? No. Can I do this? And then go? No. I'm not gonna waste 3 insight going there. I can go here, and then down, and then up. Let's make it yellow. And then go again. And then we go here. At night, captains of this crew were awakened by beautiful music. Sounds seemed to caress their very minds until they realized that the source was their own bodies, while their teeth were chattering out in staccato. I can read. Their tendons were being plucked by strings by unseen hands, and invisible breaths flowed through their bones, turning them into mournful flutes. The illusion ended, but for a long time afterward, every movement made their hearts stutter in fear. It's the orchestra about to strike up once more. Well, that's bizarre. Hello, Captain. Lock systems intercepted a distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. Systems contains a ship that belongs to the planetary fleet of Dargonis, capital of the Von Blanchius dynasty. Transmission is repeated at higher intervals, but the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for help, groans, and shouts. What in the world? It's your name they're shouting, Lord Captain. I'll get there eventually. I have to look at all the space dust first. Nice. Something crazy must have gone on here. What are you? Nah, don't need that. So much fuel. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's play safe. What do we want? Scudded void ship? That's the first guy I subbed to on this account. It's an honor. You humble me. Why did you make a new account, by the way? Seems like a strange thing to do. I mean, I made this account for YouTube, but I still use my older account. What did I get that achievement for? I didn't even realize. I was too busy trying to level. Oh, it's level strength. But I still use my old account that I've been using for probably close to like over 10 years. It was your dad's account, I see. That makes sense. If you were sharing the account, I can understand. I don't know which one. I've gotten all the talents I need. Are any of these good? I never bleed anyone anymore. I mean, that's nice, I suppose. This would have been really nice. Back on tomorrow. Whatever. You... I don't know what the gun stat is. Well, let's see like this. Because 75 is surprisingly low, I think. You don't use melee. Why would you want dodge reduction on on the attack that can't miss? It says cannot miss, not like ignores dodge or whatever. Egg or chicken? Like which one I prefer? Probably eggs. Though fried chicken is pretty nice. Got a lot of locked things that I'm just kind of skipping over mentally. Would you want any of these? I mean, may as well pick this one, right? I thought I picked this one a while ago. Every alien should be able to use every alien thing. Level your strength. Your damage. You're tanky enough, and your damage isn't as much as I would like. You can have... Do I use an alarm to wake up? I use several. And if I definitely need to wake up that next day, I'll put on, like, 5. Usually I just have 2. What would you want, Abelard? You know what? Let's give you power armor proficiency. I'm sure I'll find another one that's eventually. Another set soon enough. Always buff your willpower. I don't think I need any of those. So, you probably don't want any of these either. I mean, it will not die is probably a good... I don't know what else to pick option. You don't need one, but usually have an alarm at 7:45. Usually I wake up. I assume that you're saying like 1.5 hours early. So if you wake up 5 hours early, you need to go back to sleep. If you wake up 2 hours early, you need to go back to sleep. Depending on the day, if you wake up any amount of time early, 1 to 5 hours. If you wake up 5 hours before your alarm, go back to bed. You've unlocked second sleep. If you wake up, you can't sleep. Not with that attitude. I guess it depends on when you go to bed, really. I mean, plus 10 to dodge is usually pretty nice. What is your dodge? Would you want dodge or health? Dodge is not bad. Would you want light armor? Can we beat medium 45? Kinda had a nightmare, but not really. I know how that goes. Actually, you could just sort by... Can you sort by armor? That's a shield. Like, just give me a percentage. Just sort by that, you know? Specifications, maybe. Like, that's 15. That's 65. Maybe that's how it goes. What is the Strongest light armor we got. Your dog almost fell off an 8-story sandstone balcony. Almost? It's a good thing he didn't. I think the best I can do is light 30. Yeah. That's fine. We'll give you nimble, why not? No reason not to. In your dream, okay. Intelligence all the time. Logic and tech use. You're logic and tech use. That's your main job. I don't even really need you for combat. Woke up, you were in a cold sweat. Holy Geometry Dash reference? A dog falling off a building is a Geometry Dash reference? I must have a very different idea of what Geometry Dash is. Plasma, Melsa, or power weapon. Do you have plasma weapon proficiency? Or mastery, or whatever it's called? Plasma weapon expert. Plasma weapons gain +2 max damage. Huh. Cold sweat and a dog that got hit by a car. Huh. This seems pretty nice. We'll take that. There is no gun stat, I think, so we'll just take ballistic skill. Your strength is already super high. Probably don't need to take that. We'll take ballistic. You... I don't know. What is your weapon? Bolts. Can you do better than that? This is your default gun. You can't use anything else. Except for this, but... Got 2 guns. You have 2 guns. Huh. How did I not realize that? Is this a better gun? .25, 35, that's better. Higher armor penetration. It's got, yeah. It's just a, this is just a slightly worse version, but that's how you get that. Well, let's see if you've got bolt weapon proficiency. Or expert. Yes. In that case... we'll buff your toughness, because toughness will also buff your strength. Because I was thinking between strength or toughness, but toughness gives you more HP and it gives you a little bit more strength. There we go. Have it made a sense off of YouTube? Technically no. but I was donated.
I was taught that Xenos were abhorrent creatures.
I didn't realize they would
But
give me a
you
second.
do not look terrifying. You look unusual. As do I.
Naive child. You are a monster to your own kind. Were it not for your third eye that sees Shael, the thread of your fate would have been severed at birth.
I've never made actual money. Someone did donate me the DLC to Elden Ring.
Oh yes, they all will see.
So that was some kind of, I don't want to say profit, because I've spent more than the cost of the DLC for Elden Ring. But I did get a gain from it, a material gain. Did they get money from videos? You need to go through a whole lot of different requirements for it. Like, I think I need 1,000 viewers minimum or something. And then I need a whole lot of watch hours. I forget exactly how much. I haven't checked in a while. But you can make money off YouTube. That's not a secret, though. Pretty sure everyone knows that.
Running binary override.
I can't imagine you'd find anyone, ever, that has ever used the internet that hasn't at the very least considered trying to do that.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Then shoot this guy.
Running binary override function successfully terminated.
Nice shot, guys. Yeah.
Emperor, protect me.
Richest guy, JJK, still poor orphans, $2 sandals. In Jujutsu Kaisen? I believe that. Pretty cool. Keep your distance down is really funny. Alright, Abelard can handle that one. Big, and that guy can handle him. But
If I must.
it'll be much harder to try to deal with these guys.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
So they are the ones
If
that
it
shall get
serves your
dealt with
cause,
this time.
I deal death with my hands.
Actually, do this,
I understand your intent.
and then shoot him.
I am not your seed. Fortune favors the swift.
Radical. Next one. Is there anyone else around? Shoot that guy next.
Look out.
Cast.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Buff Sig,
If I may.
because we like Sig. And then... How much HP do you have? There, you have a whole lot, actually. We'll debuff you,
Me?
because I want you dead more.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
And then... blast both of you. This one was Yuta, the third strongest guy in JJK. He's about as strong as Kenjaku, just behind Gojo and Sukuna. I haven't watched the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in a while. That was the last Jujutsu Kaisen thing I've seen. He didn't seem... like, he seemed strong, but he didn't seem
You will
especially
pay an even greater
exceptional.
price.
Granted, he was the protagonist, so I'm trying to, I guess, give reverse bias, because I know they'd hype him up a whole lot. So I'm like, okay, well, how strong is he really, you know? I also didn't see the movie, since it came out originally. So who knows how long ago that was? 2 years ago?
Is on the hunt.
My memory is not that good.
Cubs play. Die in disgrace. So shall it be.
Let's take the longest route, dude.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Why do you take no damage?
Wolf,
That's crazy.
so shall it be.
Nice. Abelard, move over here.
Follow my lead.
His copy ability is Rika, the third strongest domain expansion, where he can guarantee hit any of his copy abilities. It's been a while since I've seen these guys, and like I was just saying, but isn't the guaranteed hit thing just an inherent ability of every domain expansion?
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Like, yeah, you do a guaranteed hit, what else do you do? You know? Isn't that how it works?
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
I'm pretty sure, at least. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's see. You.
Another one is shattered.
And then I have made a mistake, but that's okay.
What if
About the guy here.
I won't sully myself with that?
Can I kill you if I
A
do all
wicked
those things?
thought.
Actually, I can kill you if I charge. We'll see
A
that.
genius at work.
Except for Chimera Shadow Dragon. I don't remember any of the domain expansion names.
Schemes within. Fate claims
Sorry.
another one.
Predator does not become prey.
A maelstrom of madness.
Only 2 guys left. That's crazy. You could have told me that that the domain expansions didn't even have names, and I would have believed you, dude.
A wicked.
Not even
Another
Coffin
one
of
is
the Iron
shattered.
Mountain. Not even Coffin of the Iron Mountain. I don't follow. Are you saying that one also doesn't have the guaranteed hit thing?
The machine god grants the insight.
This doesn't seem very good. No, it's relative to what she already has. Okay. Any other goods? Unlimited Void, Malevolent Shrine, or Hometown Memories? I mean, I'm sure those are all domain expansions, but
Genius.
I don't
triumphs.
remember any of them. What did that do? Did that do anything? Oh. What is a random encounter? I have a whole cutscene. Well, that's curious. Hello, Navigator. Let everyone else come in. Okay, how's it going? Leader of the Ravished ship crews. Oh, right. I went to the gutted thing. I see. I'm not in my own place. I thought I was a little confused. Leader of the Ravished ship's crew wipes the sweat from the brow and the motion characteristic of navigators. Not with his whole hand, but with 2 fingers moving from left to right and back so as to not touch his third eye by accident. This movement is the only sign of fatigue he allows himself. His posture is immaculate, shoulders wide, eyes front. As if he did not just emerge from a grueling battle and simply greeting you on the bridge on an uneventful day. Hometown Memories is from Yuji in the manga. Well, I definitely didn't read the manga. I only watched a little bit of the anime. Greetings, your lordship. There's no need for introductions. I know the heirs of the Von Valentius line by sight. I'm Han of House Cassini, the navigator on this vessel, and as a senior surviving officer, assumed command after the incident. Lady Navigator, an unexpected and pleasant meeting, considering the circumstances. Han decorously dips his head to Cassia. I have the honor of being personally acquainted with you, but of course I know the emblem of House Orselio. How fair is the honorable regents? Cassia Orselio. Cordiality, there we go, will not disguise the ice-blue coldness of your words, Navigator Han. However, I will tell Regent Aranto that you inquired about after his health. I'll also pass on my best wishes to Novator Cassini. And now let's set the pleasantries aside. I'm sure the rogue trader would like to ask you a few questions. You don't read only like messages and sometimes dialogue? You don't read the manga, you just look at the pictures? Pretty sure a lot of Jujutsu fans make jokes about that kind of person. It speaks. Others glare at you with dour attention. Close. You can plainly see that every one of them is a mutant. Faces and bodies bear the mark of incredibly grotesque deformities, same as the muttering madmen who attack you. However, Han's associates seem perfectly clear-eyed eyes, showing no signs of madness. You don't have a manga? You can find them online, easy enough. I'm pretty sure the Shonen Jump app is pretty cheap. And if you stay caught up, as in within the last 3 chapters or so, you can read it absolutely for free. What happened to the ship and crew? The ship is assigned to the port of Dargonis. Some time ago, the captain was instructed to deliver a package urgently by hand to you, your lordship. You've been shown a pic of your face. I know it. The navigator's voice seems calm, but there's tension in his eyes, which are trained on you. That disaster struck during the warp jump. I'll never know all the details, as I was preoccupied with my primary duties. But for some reason, the captain decided to open the package. That, as you may have noticed, had the most destructive impact on the crew. The package contained a chaos artifact, chaos bomb, if you will. The moment it was removed from its protective cocoon, the crew began to lose their mind and mutate. First to be afflicted was the captain and the senior officers. The effect spread with incredible speed. The big deck was consumed by every last one. The raging mutants, no longer sane, damaged many systems. The ship was in distress and would have almost certainly been destroyed had I not resorted to making an emergency exit from the warp. Have I heard about the incident in chapter 500? I've heard some things about Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know the chapters though. People you see here are the only survivors. Or rather, the only ones who were able to retain both their lives and sanity. I gathered everyone I could, isolated the source of danger, and sent out a distress signal. We were adrift waiting for help to come, and fighting off mad members, then you arrived. If you would, don't tell me about the incident, because there's a non-zero chance I do decide to not read the manga. I might read the manga. So watch the anime, and I also don't want to spoil anyone that happens to come into the stream. Or watch the VOD. But I can probably guess what you're talking about. So someone sent a bomb to me. As far as I'm aware, the order came from Coonrad, the master of whispers and the rogue trader's retinue. It's likely they arranged the delivery, either personally or through intermediaries. West Trader beat us to Dargonis and now is free to act with impunity. Not surprised me to find out that this was the work of sorcery. How else could he have reached the world in such a short time? If I don't read the manga, then why do I have it? I don't have it. Did I ever say I have it? People like that are weird. I mean, even if I did have it, I don't think it'd be unreasonable for the idea for me to have a like collection of a series that I plan to read eventually. You didn't talk about it? And what provokes that question? Your reaction suggests that you were not expecting a package of this sort. That is good to know. I'm almost convinced myself that the rogue trader was deliberately collecting chaos artifacts. I mean, that might be. Like someone is just looking at the pictures, I see. I think most of those people were probably reading the spoilers that you could find online. Because if I understand right, if I remember right, from back when I was reading the My Hero manga, the actual chapter would come out in the original Japanese on, I believe it would be Friday, and then it would get translated and released in English on Sunday. So there would be 2 days where you could find like just very loosely translated versions of the original Japanese version by some random guy online. What I do doesn't concern you. How many chaos artifacts I have doesn't matter. Something resembling grim desperation momentarily emerges in his eyes, but he nods as he wishes, your lordship. However, the sender wanted all of this. As he makes a sweeping gesture of destruction and corpses the crew around him. It happens to your ship, not ours. I knew, and I didn't know what anime was, but you knew who Goku and Naruto was. I mean, before I understood the concept of languages being in different languages, I was watching Dragon Ball on my TV. So I knew who Goku was before I knew what anime was. I did eventually gather, somehow, that Dragon Ball was originally Japanese. I don't know how. I wasn't ever on the internet back then. It's weird. How are you not affected? Well, that depends. I was born a mutant, you see? Navigators who are taught to resist the influence of chaos, so I have been, as best I could. But I will be frank, I cannot be certain that I have avoided it completely. There have been no visible indications yet. Speaking of Dragon Ball, Xenoverse 3 was announced recently. That's pretty hype. Signs point to Han telling the truth, but he also noticed clear evidence just how difficult it is for him to struggle against the corruption. He's incredibly tired, extremely tired, practically exhausted. Where's the artifact now? Tension in his posture and gaze becomes even more noticeable. Placed it inside the protective sarcophagus, more reliable than the previous repository. Unfortunately, an artifact as powerful as this could not be destroyed under these circumstances. Or rather, there are no assurances that it would not disintegrate every one of us and scatter us across several light hours of neighboring space. Once we are off the ship, I will absolutely find a way to destroy this vile thing. What if you gave it to me? It gives you a scrutinizing look that nods. I have to take you at your word, as I have no other choice. What will become of me? What of the remaining crew? You can come with me, why not? These are my people. We lived through this nightmare together. I'm responsible for them. All of us leave this ship, or none of us do. Okay, yeah. I think you started playing games when you were 4. I was over at my friend's house, and now I have like 12 hours with car or something away. You played a game called Minecraft. Thought it looked fun, so when you came home, your dad bought it for you. That's nice. I had to ask my parents for like 2 years to get me to get Minecraft for me before I was able to get it. Yeah, you can come with me. Thank you, Lord Captain. Alright, do we have any goods? I'm gonna be forced to clean all this up when we leave anyway. So we're just gonna grab these. Some knots. Forced to grab these. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be forced to grab these guys specifically. Yeah, they don't have anything fun on. Boring. What do you... Navigator's throwing high. So. Is that everything? I think so.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Yeah, then we get to pick up everything else. I'll eventually sell it. You know, to those shopkeepers I never talk to. You never know. I could find another one. Something hurt my ship. How dare they? Okay. So, we're still going down. Got like 3 other places we can get to. Let's go here. And then here. During the period designated as night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported. We heard this before, didn't we? Yeah. Where'd I get all this insight? Probably because I took in the guy. Was coming in from the navigator's sanctum regarding the appearance of a warp storm along the void ship's course. The ship can go around the perilous region, but the ceremonious box cast from the sanctum are tinged with strange infections. As if for some reason, the navigator desperately wants to approach the raging warp elements. I trust you. Emergency aboard the ship. Foul warp entity has pierced the thin veil of the Geller field and spawned unimaginable beasts of unnatural hues. Okay, we'll fight them. Bring everyone with me. Ooh, horrors. It's a horror fight. Okay.
Let us ride to that storm!
Let's see. You're gonna be a bit of an issue. Let's Abelard fights. Sig will go. Actually, Ulfar will go front and center. Sig will be behind. Self-Lewis will be charged. Cass will be up here. Juliet's. Is this cover? Yeah, it's close enough. Pascal. Alright. Only 4 dudes.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
I barely need to care. What does that do? Second power. Yeah, okay.
If I must.
I see. Let's kill
I
this
am
blue.
not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Get him off the board.
I understand your intention.
And then get this pink off. And then
This
Hammer.
tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
easy enough. Alright, Sig. Here. There's enough room for
Let's see.
charge. Or if I move here, then there might be enough room for charging.
Too bad I'm still standing.
Right? Yes. Okay.
What is that? Fate claims another one.
Show me your weakness. And kill you.
Schemes within schemes.
Harry me? You said you were allowed to do that. Fine. Move forward a little. Then
Like a paw.
nice. Can you kick him from there? No. Can you charge him? Yes.
None can do better. Cubs play.
Yeah, this guy. And you can't do it. That's okay. Cass, move
Be
here.
careful not to cross my gaze.
Use.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And for authority.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Keep up you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then we'll get him really hard.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Let's give Abelard
In
a
the
turn.
name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
Indeed.
That's probably enough.
At your beck and call.
Fantastic.
I will do my duty.
And then
Grey hair, sure hand.
do it again.
Victory is
And then bonk this guy.
indeed one fewer target.
Now.
No
it, Darren,
matter the
because why not?
cost. A tactically sound approach. Ugh,
You're fine.
pain and duty go hand in hand.
Bonk this fool. Then bonk for a little bit. Maybe not enough movement once you can get there. Right there.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
And then bonk these
It will
fools.
be done. Target well struck. At your beck and call. Grey hair, sure hand. Victory is imminent. Reduced to dust.
And no more possible damage. Except for now.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Nice job, Abelard. Okay. That didn't do anything. System Speculo. Let's go get all these headings. Still think they might have the JJK manga in your school libraries. There's a part where it says manga over where the books are. Checked it out since I'm an introvert and the school library is... I feel like most schools are so anti-fun, they probably wouldn't have a manga as I'll say, well, there's blood in JJK, I imagine, and I don't imagine they would take kindly to that. Who knows, maybe I'm putting too little faith in the modern education system. I'm mostly speaking from experience regarding the American education system. You are not America, though. I forget if you're from Sweden or Finland. But either way, neither of those are American.
For the unit Cassia Orselio, relative to her limited experience. The unit status is being
Okay,
upgraded.
16 plus, that makes sense.
Knowledge is the key to everything, is it not, esteemed Magos? I learned this wisdom from your fellow priests, and it has helped me many times.
A trivial
useful.
task.
Touch the darkness and the darkness will accept you. Weird. Sweden, the other Sluxon guy who was here was Finnish, right? I said this last time, I had the same
This
issue.
Explorator is blessed with
You both said it at the
multifunctionality.
same time, so I forgot. It's like one of you's from Sweden, one of you was from Finland. I knew one of them was right. I just didn't know which one.
My success is an irrefutable
They're pretty close to each other, at
certainty.
least relative to how far away you are from America.
What is that?
My success was inevitable.
Surface is covered in countless scratches, and you can discern some logic in them. Someone begins scratching strange symbols, but then defaces them, adding extra markings and lines. Is there anything else around?
How intriguing.
Staff of Mind Sights. Telepathy. I don't think any of us have telepathy. That's a specific psyker thing, right?
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Darkness swirls beneath your feet. Void of impenetrable gloom. You do not hear a single sound from the depths of the pit. No wailing wind, no rustle of rust. Examine. Bright daylight cannot pierce the darkness lying over the slopes. The longer you look into its depth, the longer the feeling grows that this darkness isn't just an absence of light. It's something immeasurably vast, endless, and capable of reaching the farthest stars or swallowing the galaxy. With sheer force of will, you avert your gaze. There's a place in the middle of Sweden, Finland, and Norway that you can run around and say I'm in Sweden, or I'm in Finland, I'm in Norway. I think America, the United States of America, I should specify, has one place where you can like take one step and you can go to one of 4 different states. I forget where exactly it is. I think Nevada is one of them. I think that's the... I know it has like a little attraction for that. I haven't heard of any other. I could probably look on a map and immediately know. But that one spot is the only one that I hear about specifically. Let's put our hand in the weird pits of nothingness. The edge of your consciousness, you sense something slimy and intangible answering your invitation for contact. It seeps into your thoughts, tasting your emotions, surprise and curiosity envelop you. But these feelings are not your own. I feel like this is a game over if I submit to it. Let's step away from the hole. Each step takes a tremendous effort. It feels as if you are being smothered from inside, grinding your very being to dust to the point where your heart just might jump out of your chest. But you stubbornly continue walking until the alien thoughts release you, and the illusion immediately falls away. Touch the darkness, and the darkness will accept you. What happens if I don't do that, though? We're gonna quick save. If it'll let me actually do it again. Okay. What about over here? Is there anything else around? I don't think so. It's right here.
Patience! My nerves
Swedish
are
people did
frayed!
Finnish people dirty. Swedish people call Finnish people Finnar. That's the same word for pimples. Did you just make me say a slur? I don't want to say a slur. Did I accidentally a racist? Or is it not actually a racist thing? I don't know. What is here? Adamantine's interesting, but I don't need it. What are you? 35... 2 MP in the Strike of Cruise. Or regains all MP and can make an additional attack. Oh, nice. Depending on... Do I want that on you? It's once per combat, I need to remember that. I don't know if it's worth it. It's probably not. Being always in partial cover at least. And eventually full cover. If I can manage to get some agility buffs. What are these ships? Port shows up on the personal COD shader screen. Unknown ships are towing the Interstellar Sextant, cargo ship belonging to one of the Footfall's wealthiest traders. So pirates have bitten off more than they can chew, and they have now been forced to drag a ship to a more secluded place where they can plunder it undisturbed. Be here for about 15 minutes more. I appreciate you being here. As soon as they see you, escort ships charge into battle at once while the captive Sextant powers up this warp engine unless you interrupt the preparations for the jump. The cargo ship will be forever vanished beyond the veil of the immaterial of all the riches it's carrying. Don't let it get away. Let's see. Take that. Where's your weakness? It's in your front. Oh, jeez. Do you have shields? You got so many shields, dude. Can I max my damage on? If I go here, can I shoot you with my laser? I can't shoot you with my laser.
Lads!
See a little. Now, let's just hang out next to you.
The destination is known.
Just try to hurt your shield a little more.
Engage the macro cannons!
And then blast it.
Initiate macro cannon barrage! Come Torpedo launch!
All the torpedoes.
Drown them in the void!
I'm sure there's a slightly more intelligent way to do that, but not for me.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons!
Scare them off. Yeah, don't care about you, we're going for this guy. You think you'll last 4 rounds, dude?
Engage the
Bastard. Then here.
Void Master, if you please.
Shoots a little.
Engage the macro
Stop me up.
cannons!
We surrender. Oh, okay. Well, okay. You don't want to be fun about it. Do you know what to do if you forget someone's name? There's a few ways to handle it, usually.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons!
I mean, you saw what happened when
The destination is
you
known.
showed up originally in stream. That was the case. Alright, I don't think I remember you. Because I didn't realize that you were Beshkin. Yeah, but in real life, I can't say I know the best way. I would probably just not refer to them by name until I figure it out. Like, hey, dude, how's it going? Can I get you? No. Get here. Is that? But this will get you. Kaboom. How did that do no damage to you? You took my blast and the blast from your own torpedoes. That's fine. Bloody throne, we're gonna die. I was taking so long. You were so far away in the game.
Sail
Ask for the
upon
name
the
if we're giving
seas
you
of void.
theirs. Say no, I meant your last name. I see. So if you forget someone's name, you can just say, hey, what's your
Let
name?
the macro cannons sing their twisted song.
Couldn't get to them even if... That's fine. I might be able to blast them with my laser. Maybe. Maybe. If I go over here. Then over here.
The destination is known.
Just barely out of my range. Can I just snap your neck? I also had this, I could have used this.
Oh, let the cosmic winds the news of our victory.
Nice, didn't take any damage. Did I not get anything for sparing them? That's a shame. I should have killed him. Yeah, whatever. What are you, space dust? Bunch of fuel, nice. Anything cool on this planet? I don't know what red means. You're not a burning world, you're like an arid world or something. Savannah world, right? Magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of auger rays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations. Their blessed vigil will discover the mysteries of this emperor-forsaken planet. Okay. I guess I'll see you later. This is only powerful auger machines. So I guess if I ever get one of those, I'll have to come back here. Desert world. That's a desert? Ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to their reports, the entire settlement is contained in a gigantic Titanic glass dome. I can read, I promise. That one's held in artificial atmosphere. Your augers detected the framework of these of 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed. Left behind is the city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. Gather anything we can. Take their fuel. Okay, now what do they have? Man, this thing just has everything. I should be reading this. Gather as many things. People flooded the city like a tidal wave, filled building after building, bunkhouse after bunkhouse, receded from its quiet streets just as quickly. Plenty of useful things among their findings, including foodstuffs and weapons. Then after draining the fuel, they several trips to deliver the massive Prometheum storage tanks to your vessel. Crew grimly points out that the colony is running out of fuel. Had the life support system not failed prematurely, locals will still perish due to lack of energy. And then exploring the city. Tidal wave, holy GD reference. I'll trust that that's something significant. Temple District is situated at the heart of the city. God Emperor statue, intricately carved from precious crystal, is suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, the expedition members set off to explore the area with renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumble upon an ancient weapon lying on a pedestal wreathed in sunlight. The expedition brought it back to the ship and told many tales about how the God Emperor himself, who had been seen watching from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. And now the palace. Ghost sword. It's not very good, but maybe I got here earlier, you know? Gain money, though. An entire 1 money. Lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler towers over the rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard, but after losing their companions, it seemed easily to disarm the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in the secret cache of one of the that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Cool. That was a whole lot of free stuff. Thank you, Desert World. And what do we have here in Blue World? Rocky World. You have 2 plasteel. Who cares? That was an overall pleasant solar system expedition. It was 2 months ago when you first joined my stream. Nice. 3 power to go. Is this football? It's football, wow. Is there no hint to, Unlocked it, Dre. This is not the right button. But this is here. Oh, since when did we level? 7 attacks, each of which targets a random enemy. Maximum overdrive. But installed by the premonition. Expeditious reload. That's nice. You know what? We'll take this one. Then we'll take focused efforts. Right? Maybe strafe would also be good, but we can get it next. Seems like we're gonna get everything before long. Anyway. Surely Idris got some kind of hints, right? Something? Where is she? She's usually over here, yeah. There you are. Do you know anything about this planet I'm trying to take you to? Discovered anything more about the door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it.
Okay.
Of course. Always at your service, whenever you need me.
Surely if we've already been there, you would have told me, which is why I'm exclusively looking at unexplored systems. I guess I'll just keep doing that. I mean, I should be doing it anyway. This is partially just an excuse to do that. A normal person would be weirded out by my hand. They're just really dry and a little bit of blood. Or it's just a little bit, but my left hand is just a little dry and no blood. Have you considered maybe a doctor? I mentioned this a few times. Alfiabos needs my attention? Okay, I'll go there after this. What are we doing? Is this the bloodletter? The Chaos Space Marine thing? That seems like it.
Oh, what a glorious storm this battle will be!
That's time. Wolfar, you will take up this entire section. Sig, you'll be right behind. Hopefully far away enough. Actually, Sig, we'll go over here. We'll deal with these guys. Abelard, you will support Wolfar. Juliet, I want you there. Cassia, I want you over here as well. Pascal, you're fine there, more or less. Put the front lines here.
Running binaric override.
Put the rear here.
The scriptural
Doctor's rear and gas prices cost too much, like 15 minutes back and forth. That's a lot of money and free health support. Is gas bad over there as well? I thought it was just over here. I guess it makes sense now. Kind of.
Running binaric override. quest approved. As the tactical imperative dictates,
Shoot this guy.
running by narrative durability analysis successful.
You can't get through. I know too far away now. I was hoping you would at least. Alright, you're layup. Stick. If you're in partial cover already, and your armor gives you partial cover, are you in full cover right now? Or are you just in partial cover? I don't know. Let's have you fight the space marine.
If our fortune favors the swift. I am not your Zeus pet monkey.
It's like 150 for your mom's card. So wow, it is bad over there. That or you just have an insanely massive tank. Probably.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not
Say.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Actually,
Me,
you really had another
if you
turn.
insist, Lord Captain.
This tedium is beneath. I hear you moving. No more.
Nice. Shoot this guy.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. Fortune favors the swift.
Bad.
If I may,
When Fenris is in battle, oceans bleed.
It's been 100 and 150. About one day at work.
So it shall
Do you
be.
make enough money to even break even? That sounds insane.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
I mean, surely you would. Because you have to. But
Wolves rage.
kind of a crazy number.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Can't charge. Just unload mag.
Come, Splendid.
And since you went into my melee range, I guess I'll just kick you for the versatility. Nice. How much is it in America?
Follow my lead.
I don't know exactly how much it is to fill up my car.
I will do my
Or I
duty.
don't remember, I should say. But it is a little over $1 a gallon over here. Which is still pretty insane, but it doesn't sound like it's as much as
At your
it's over
beck and
there.
call.
Yeah. Go back to melee. Sig, since everyone's taken care of over that way, why don't we go over here? But how much? About a little over $1 a gallon, like I said. I can get to Shredder's charge. And if not, I can do dance again.
A genius at work. Let's see. Another one is shattered.
Just dance again.
What if?
For your car, you don't know what a gallon is? Oh. Right. American systems. You guys probably use liters, don't you? What's the conversion rate? Gallons to liters. 1 gallon is a little over 3.5 liters over there. Assuming you guys use liters. I think you use liters. Go back to melee. Queen's leaders. Alright.
Behold my artistry! Through the smoke and gunfire! A wicked,
How many gallons is in the car?
predictable downfall.
I don't exactly remember.
The storm approaches.
Haven't checked in a while. Can't beat all of it. Sick.
Let's see.
Just pass until 0.
Hear you
There we go.
moving. No more.
In
Half
this
a level from doing
tapestry
this.
of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Mostly I'm not over leveling. There's still things that cause... I had to lower the difficulty not too far away. Outside of the fight missions. The spaceship missions. That one lady that had 1,000,000 dodge. Game is long. Yeah, I think we mentioned this early on in stream, like the second or third stream, maybe the first. Or 23 items, right? If I remember right, How Long to Beat says this game is like 130. And that's ignoring the extra story that the DLC has, that I'm not gonna guarantee I'd play, but I like this game a lot. Small human dwelling stands on this barren, deserted planet. Scouts report that an old hermit lives here, who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor. Hello, old hermit. To the captain's surprise, the hermit turned out to be a navigator. When the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He retreated to this planet long ago, back when he was still in his youth, after he had realized that his mind would not withstand the forays into the Immaterium, realm of the archenemy. The hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life. When he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomican, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared at them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. If you complete the whole game, then it should take 150 to 200 hours. Let's see, how far am I? Let me open up Steam. How long am I in this game? I have 86 hours in this game. That's insane. My internal clock is usually much better than that. I would have guessed closer to 60. And how long is it? Let me recheck How Long to Beat. Trailer. Yes, the main story is 70 hours, but I'm not doing just the main story. The main story plus side stuff is 104. So that's probably closer to what it's going to be like by the time I beat the game. Maybe a bit longer. Thirsty, and that's not a lot of hours. 86 is not a lot of hours. 86 is a big number. Oh yeah, Burning World. Burning World looks different from the rest. There are little islands of blue amidst the boundless ocean of crimson and gold. Places where natural gases tint the fire with a different color. Now that you know what to look for, augurs usually trace... Okay. What'd you say, Cass? It's weird. Just grenades. Why do you have all these rings? Conspicuous, you're pink. Ooh, pink planet. Gas jets. Plasma battery is nice. Alright, drifting void ship. What secrets are we holding? Any goodies? It's an actual place. Which is a minority of these ship encounters, I believe. I mean, half the time, it's a fight. Even ignoring the red circle ones. We were just here. Can't believe this game would reuse assets like this. Got 2.5. You got 2,500 hours.
What lies beyond?
To be fair, Geometry Dash is designed with the purpose of infinite playability, because there's a whole bunch of different levels for everything. Rogue Trader also has really high replayability, I imagine. Most RPGs have some amounts. I don't know which way is the right way. But just playing any RPG, by RPG standards, like 80 hours is the baseline. Like, that's how long you'd expect an RPG to take, usually. Any less than that and it's like a shorter RPG. Like Final Fantasy 16, which I played recently, that one's only like 50. It's pretty short, relatively. Anything longer is pretty exceptional. This game's 104, which goes like that's like high average. Above average, I should say. Formidable looking for one playthrough, I should say, by the way. Formidable looking door blocks the way to the next module. It's covered in scratches as someone clawed out the cold metal for a very, very long time. Clawed at the cold metal. The door does not respond to your touch and stands fast, refusing to open. The writing above the doorway says Main Computing Cathedral. Tech Priest blesses himself with a protective symbol, his hand visibly shaking. Shield us, O Machine God, from the devil that has taken hold of your temple. Save us, preserve us from the corruption, show us the way. Sacred metal that bars our path is weakened. Let's appeal to the machine spirit of one of the generators so the metal may shrink from its blessed energies. Should be what hidden somewhere in this module. Someone has 80k hours on Geometry Dash. Yeah, but like I said, Geometry Dash and most RPGs, you can't really compare them, really. They're two completely different games. Geometry Dash is built to have, like, very, I don't want to say repetitive, but formulaic gameplay. Like, you really appreciate the one gameplay loop it has. But RPGs, they're meant to stick around for only, like, 80 hours or so, you know? It's like the way I'm explaining this makes it seem like I'm trying to put down Geometry Dash, but I'm not. I'm saying this not for or against either RPGs or Geometry Dash. But like Geometry Dash and RPG, it's like quantity versus quality, you know? I'm not trying to put down Geometry Dash. Realistic gameplay, Geometry Dash is really fun. Yeah, the gameplay loop in Geometry Dash, that's like why you play it for 2,500 hours. What's this eagle you mentioned? Tech Priest says nothing for a while, then his fox comes to life. The voice is hoarse, punctuated by static and interference. The Messiah knows all, comprehends all. I am merely a servant, cannot discern what has stricken the abode of the machine god, but I do sense a distortion of the structure. Disfigurement from the molecular order, I can read. The ship is sick. I think is pretty cool, too. Further conversing is unproductive. The will of the Omniscient has brought us to these doors. Thus, our task is clear. Search for a way to proceed beyond so we can discover a means of cleansing these halls. What's wrong with the door? The door and the entire adjacent section of the bay have no power. There must be a backup generator somewhere nearby. Once you turn it on, you should be able to proceed. The main thing that catches your eye about this place is the state of the wall panels by the door. There are numerous scratches, 5 in a row, resembling claw marks. Some of the panels look like they could fall off at any moment. Here and there you see occasional sparks and crackling of all the damaged wires behind. Venture further. Another alien reference.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Alien is my only point of reference for scary monster in space. Can I come up here?
Over there!
There.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
Nice. Surely this was worth it.
The machine god grants me insight.
Not really. Not worth a Melta charge. Stomach turning bloody smears on the wall form a malevolent symbol. Blood seems to have penetrated deep into the metal. Your hardest is kind of easy. Only 1,500 attempts and it's really easy. It took me 2 to 3 days to beat, so it's kind of easy. Like the difference between ultra-violence and thinking Space 2 is harder than climbing Mount Everest naked 5 times. I guess perspective and all that. Does that hurt us? Dull sounds produced by ventilation systems create the illusion that the ship is breathing like a living and terribly sick creature. Not missing anything so far.
Curiosity sings
Oh,
in
hey,
my
Red.
veins.
Hello, Mad Attack Priest. Test Grace has forsaken this place and these brethren. Hello. I'm gonna say hi. Priest whose body is covered in symbols carved into metal and flesh is whispering words of prayer. Okay, I'm gonna just ignore you, even though this is a red outline, which means something bad is gonna happen. What can you do?
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Where's the bomb? Usually it would tell me. Alright, everyone back up.
Patience! My nerves are frayed.
Only have
This
Sigmund go ahead.
galaxy is my playground.
Anything around here? If some bomb happens, I want it to only hurt one of us. Well, actually, if it were to hurt anyone, I want it to be a whole
All
farm.
sinners need
It's
take
big, you can
leave
handle
of their
it.
gut.
It's also probably too big to get hurt too bad. Give it a second. Ready to watches from the words, "Oh, Messiah, the hour is upon us." Open the damage door, logic 90. Is your logic good? Your logic is not great. That's a 90.
I'm listening.
Whatever. 90 is less than 100, so we're gonna have Pascal do it.
Operation successful.
Meteor's big as 2 LED light controllers and weighs as much as... I don't know what that means. That's just complete gibberish to me. Imagination's playing tricks on you, making you see faces and twisting. Okay. Everyone. Move over here.
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Let's quick save. And I'm just gonna shoot this thing.
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the power to strike without fear or hesitation.
Explorers know one route forward. The Omnissiah knows insignificant value.
It was a red outline, so it was worth it. Probably had to do that if you failed the logic check. Is my frame rate lower? Kinda feels a bit lower. Hey, dude. Is that bad? Soldering iron on the left hand, the priest casually solders contacts on the implant in his right hand into the panel. Oh, that's weird. Anything here? Service School Swarm grants +10 fellowship. Intelligence suffers no damage from area. Nerfs it by a melee attack and immediately deals. Servo School Swarm key characteristics, huh? Overseer? Huh. I don't think I have any of those. I thought I had all the subclasses. Yeah, my frame rate's definitely lower. No matter. Pascal, if you would.
This exploratory
Behavior of the Transformers was caused by no
functionality
common mechanical malfunction. It's possible the cause is of supernatural origin. Ow. That was...
My reckoning will be swift.
Ow. I should not have done that.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed.
That's what I
They
get
all will see.
for having no survival instincts. Just shoot this
I
thing.
am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Didn't do anything.
Save your jests about fur fleas and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
How are we intended to get rid of it? You know what? I think I figured it out. Is the door open over here now?
What lies beyond?
Everyone's got crippled legs. Anything you'll like with your school is that we get to bake on Mondays, otherwise everything in your school's trash. Every person except the substitute we have when our teacher is sick. I know how that feels. Alright, door's not open yet. I didn't like school much either. Is there an awareness check I'm not seeing?
There will be no peace in my wake.
Speak, Edvater. You bite like a pop. I forge a path through the sagas.
Are you just supposed to tank it? I mean, surely not, right? I would, I guess.
You are authorized. Damage is negligible.
Okay, that
Locomotives are fully operational.
got the power. Oh. Everyone, over here. Someone do this check for me.
I have learned much in my
There's no
exile.
signs of warp activity here. The bloody spectacle you witnessed may have been a simple illusion, or a vision of the past or future. Huh. Neat. Scratched skin and broken nails and teeth are stuck on the ragged grooves on bulkheads. Someone made a frenzied attempt to scratch at the blasphemous symbol into the metal, showing themselves no mercy. Fun. Hello, Tyrese. Cursed flesh, you betray me. I'm drowning in the mire of flesh and sinew, but my spirit longs for the perfection of the machine. Since I knew the semi-flesh, I was disgusted, or whatever. Friday. There's fire drill and a boring assembly. We need a virtual protocol. I will want you. That would be stream, so I'm having to go and bake with my grandma. A bit rude of them. Howdy. Usually assemblies mean you get to skip class because of it, right?
In this tapestry.
I'm offering a hymn of homage to the Angel of the Emperor and the ancient ferocious machine spirits controlling his armor.
Yes, my adamantine skin has seen many battles and bears many glorious scars. Hear the glorious verse of the time when...
Okay.
What curiosity unveils itself before me?
Those innards need take leave of their god.
You're gonna disarm this, but if you blow up while trying to do that, yeah, that's fine. You're so big, you don't get hurt by it. Pascal, if you would.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Plus 10 weapon skill and plus 5 strength. I think I already have plus 10. Yeah. But that would be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice on you. Because you have a strength buff now. Wait. And now the frame rate's mostly okay. Metal feels a little warm and somewhat moist to the touch, remarkably similar to living skin.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I don't trust the whole team.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
Did I hear about the Marlowe situation? I don't even know what a Marlowe is, so probably not. Valid expected value 10. Pressure stabilizer left. New system pressure 4. System pressure 5. Okay, turn on the backup generator. Why is everyone getting hurt? Value 7. Value 10. Is that good? What if I do 2? Okay, so this one's minus... This one is minus 8. I have to remember that. This one is plus 7. That one's plus 1.
Oh, let us seize the moment.
That one's minus 6. That one's plus 1. Right?
I'm listening.
What is it now? Doesn't tell me. I think it's at 7 now. Okay, now it's... Am I guessing? It's plus 3. Minus 5? Oh, jeez. Just click randomly. Or did I do it correctly and then it went to the second set? Minus 8, okay. And then I did this one, and then that one.
I have a different perspective.
And then it goes to those guys.
Ready for data input.
And then this one. And 0. Marl, the #1 Minecraft player with an AI voice, and hacking was faking being a girl. More popularity. She used a hand. She used completely wrong for a pro. I mean, if they've got an AI voice, you gotta pretend they're lying. You gotta understand they're lying about something, you know? They're not gonna be honest
You
with their
see,
actions.
this galaxy, it is my playground.
You are authorized.
7, 10. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing.
Let us seize
This is what I get
the
for
moment.
trial and error instead of actually watching a thing right there.
Handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
5. That was a big
In the
open.
shadows of the Imperium's ignorance,
6.
my genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that...
I'm listening.
10. Doesn't go higher than 10. Would get banned from Discord servers for accusing Marlowe of hacking. I mean, that makes sense. Discord servers are
To
usually
the ordinary, I am
pretty
an
die-hard
enigma.
for whatever their purpose is. 8, 9, I'm going to look up the answer. I've tried to logic my way through. I can barely understand how this works. Let's see. It was drifting. Void chip. Main hull. Compressor, main hull, cogitator. Compressor, main hull, cogitator. Puzzle. How does it work? I need to bring the system pressure to 10. I need to bring it to 10. I thought I had to bring it to 0. Need to press the 2 stabilizers to pan out. If it needs to be at 10, then it's already at 10.
You will pay an even greater price.
Reading damage to bulk.
This galaxy is my playground.
Expected value 10. Okay, let's bring you to 10 then. It's at 1. It's at 5.
You are authorized.
It's at 7. It's at 10.
The stars are my canvas, and anarchy. Oh, it is my...
Data meditation.
Oh, is the problem that I'm going over 10 and then he gets upset about that? Pressure value 10. Value. Okay. That's 2, 7.
Oh,
This
let
is
us seize the moment.
That's 4, 5.
Ready for
This one's 5. Okay.
To the
So now-
ordinary,
Okay.
I am
Once
an
I know what the
enigma.
answer was, I could figure out how to get through. Okay. And then... Pascal, if you would.
The machine guard grants insight.
The diagnosis helps me, so you don't have to shave when you hit puberty. Are you less than puberty age? What's this?
Centuries of service and practice.
Probably open the door now.
Hunt brothers, take heed.
That's fine. It wasn't fine. Turn this off.
Both strong and wise is
Coming
Ulfa.
late. I mean, I realized you were young. It's not hard to figure out.
One step at a time,
realize you were that
amidst
young.
the madness.
You sure you should be here? This is a pretty mature game. I guess I can't stop you. Oh, we're in a
glorious
fight.
spectacle of your demise.
Why are we mad at you? Why are we beefing? Herald of Corruption, what are you? Sig, you go there. Actually, who cares? Oh, my character's standing too close. Okay, Ulfar. Go. There, now you can fight. Just level. Shoot that.
Running binary code vital functions successfully terminated.
I don't need to do anything else. These guys seem relatively weak unless you're strong. No. Servitors might be a little annoying. If I remember right, they're pretty hard to damage. But when has that ever stopped them?
I move swiftly to strike.
They're hard to damage, but not impossible.
If I must.
Feel voice cracks, but you've had that your whole life? I didn't have much voice cracks when I was going through puberty. I mean, I did have voice cracks, but I didn't have
If it serves your cause.
the amount that they imply you will. Can you
I understand your intent. Another soul
Thank you.
slips beyond the veil. This tedium is beneath me.
Have to go now. See you on Friday, probably. See ya. I will be streaming Friday. Unless something horrible happens to
Behold the wrath of madness.
make me otherwise not.
Strike me again. See what happens.
Yes, yeah.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Stop, Sig.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Debuff all these lads. You're 6 some.
Me? If you
Resolve.
insist, Lord
How
Captain.
much resolve am I getting? Like 4, I see. Now it's just blast all these guys.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
Then give Sig a turn.
I'll paint your death in colors.
A genius.
Nice.
Schemes within
Go over here.
schemes.
And then over
What
here.
if?
How much HP do you have? 30. Just stab him normally. Can't move still, but can get to you.
A wicked thought. Fate claims another one.
And then I can charge you.
Let's see.
And then just do a smack.
A predictable downfall.
Then use Daring Breach. First off, let's use
A
Reckless.
genius at work.
Let's use a door.
Let's see.
Now we
A
can do Daring.
maelstrom of madness. War
bit of this
is
tool.
my muse.
Fine. And there is no way he makes it over here, is there? Unless he gets dance again. No, he doesn't. Ulfar, can you charge this guy? No. Can you burst this guy? You're useless to me.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Wham. No. Go
What
there.
if... schemes within schemes?
Actually, just pass until Zero has to. Move over here.
Swift and silent.
If it serves your cause. If I must. I'll deal death with my hands.
Alright. Now, before we go forward, I need to use the bathroom. So I'm gonna do something pretty silly and just walk away while unpaused, because that's probably more interesting to look at. I'll be back in a minute. Your boy's back. Give me a second to put my headphones on. Alright. Now we can continue. I don't need to look at these guys, they don't have anything fun on them, probably. You're just a guy. Okay. Let's go back to the door.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Unless the bombs say otherwise. Everyone get back.
I cannot
Bolvar, break this for me.
leashed.
Okay. I heard no noise. What do we need here?
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance.
Death to the malefactors, death to the desecrators. Cool story, bro. Forward. Far, you're there. Abelard, there's a Sig, and then cast move a little forward, I suppose. Said cast move a little forward. Thank you.
Advancing.
These guys only have like 100 or so HP each.
The scriptural product has significant value.
Out the rest of you.
Request denied.
I see how it is.
Request approved.
Alright.
My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
Take him. Nice.
See how the wolf succeeds!
Huh. That might be a bit of an issue. No matter.
Wolves die in disgrace! I challenge you, Danget! None can do. I will carve runes out of your bones! I don't like that. Cubs play die in disgrace!
Are you just gonna kill everyone, dude? Probably not.
So it shall be!
That was a pretty good turn, though. Can I shoot you? Yes. Do it really good.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Now...
This tedium is beneath me.
Do this. Not you, you just got it. There's another one, right? Oh wait, no, you were given an icing. Yeah, you can
I
die.
am not your Xenos.
Can I finish you off?
If it serves your cause, I deal death with my hands.
Thank you. And then... Yeah, that's it.
A wicked thought. A genius at work.
Wood signal. Make sure this guy gets real hurt.
Another one is shattered.
Nice. Now, this guys will be taken care of soon enough. Let's get Sig over this way.
Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
Use there.
Another stroke of genius!
And just stab him.
Genius. Fate claims another one.
Probably not worth using the daring to do that,
A wicked thought.
but what can you do? Yeah.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. If I may.
Give all fire a turn. Unload the mag into this pool. And then kick him.
Wolves, I will carve runes out of your bones! By the wolf's eye, perish!
Kill this guy.
None can
Radical. That's all you need.
My place is at the fore. Indeed.
Can't move any further. Would have appreciated if you guys came a bit closer to me. Seems like a guy.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Pascal? Kill this thing.
My competences are not that universal
was.
Cogitation failed.
Fine. Move over here. Can you shoot him now? Can you shoot here?
Function successfully terminated.
Can you see this guy? Can you see this guy? No. You just did ranged, so do this.
See how Wolf succeeds.
Unload the mag.
So it shall be.
Charge.
Comes play. Die in disgrace.
And then... Oh. Load up cannon. Hello, door I didn't see you before. Show me your secrets. Applies a -10 penalty for all attacks made against the wearer. It's all enemies with a 2 cell radius. Not useful now. I think we're probably done.
What lies
Till we get to the door now.
beyond?
Let us see what I found.
Mostly.
Yes. Is it wargled or a trap?
I want him to disarm them, like actually, not just blow them up. Because experience, but whatever.
Thank Brass for my sharp senses.
Are there so many bombs? Okay, fine.
There will be no
Whose
peace in
innards may
my
take leave
wake.
of their gods.
Oh, he actually got hurt that time.
Hunt brothers, take heed.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
A space wolf never fails in their duty.
Open. Formidable looking door blocks the way, yada yada, restore power. Alright, lads. Probably a boss fight. I've been in better condition. Let's go. We aren't hostile. I'm gonna take your stuff. 30% light plus 4 dodge. That's probably agility halved, right? Awareness halved. That's close. I'll take it. Anyway. Don't think anything else. Hello, Tiberius Mala. Air in this room is permeated by a wild mixture of miasmas, both mechanical and biological. Blood, rust, vomit, machine oil, excrement, kerosene. All these smells blend together into such a thick stench that it almost feels palpable. Just as the air is one mad tangle of odors, the device in front of you is a mishmash of wriggling wires and transmanted fragments. All in the clutter, one could almost miss the main component. Heavily augmented man, whose upper body is embedded into the frame of the machine, dozens of wires piercing his flesh. His keen eyes at first make out the human being amidst the jumble of wires, and she stiffens in shock and disgust. A crust of congealed blood and other bodily fluids covers the man's body. But his eyes are open and his gaze is keen. His gaze is turned to you, devoid of surprise or deference. Who are you, disturbing the peace of the holy martyrs in the home of our grief? What do you want? Pascal, with you up? After a brief exchange of Benheric greetings, Text Priest Vox sparks out. You've been identified and recognized. Tech Sentinel, I express my sympathy for your malfunctions. May the Omnicide strengthen your data battles. Requesting information about the status of the blessed ship. Ship? There is no ship. Only purgatory, a world of evil made to harrow and torture those who follow the Omnicide. It has already killed many of my brethren. Those who remain are strong. So very strong. We will keep the corruption of the machine at bay. I will hold it back. I've accepted a higher calling. The only one among my brethren to do so. As they keep the evil at bay with prayers and sacred symbols engraved on their traitor's flesh, I take this evil inside myself. I imbibe it as one does water. But it can do me no harm, for I am the eye of sanctity. I am the sacred filter, the link that protects other parts of the machine from the caustic taint. For as long as I remain here, the corruption will not prevail. The statement is false. I am registering corruption in this unit identical to that surrounding us. Registering a violation of the cleansing protocol, which dictates steering the ship into the heart of the near star for the purposes of cleansing annihilation. I am registering betrayal of the sacred machine spirits placed in charge of those who speak in faith. Man looks at his comrade and replies in a long series of clicks of technolingua. Permission to use a sacred exchange. To use a sacred language has been revoked. Purity will not be permitted to enter the pure speech of Benheric. You shall soon exhaust his vital energies. Pray mutely while you still have the time. What evil are you talking about? The great evil that pervades the universe, tempting with the unattainable, seducing with false knowledge. Evil has many names, but its essence remains the same. It was that evil that trapped us in here, but we were stronger. You all know which evil we mean. Says Juliet, finally recovering from himself. He is blind. He does not see that he has already left the darkness in. That it is here all around us. Now I gotta probably pick the heretical option, because this is probably this one leads to probably talk our way out of it. I'm not interested in you. I should see what you've been trying to hold back. Barely make out Pascal's agitated voice over the angry crackle of the interference. I'm registering that contact with a corrupting entity is tech heresy beyond categorization. This monkey has decided to harness the spawn of the gods? What hopeless stupidity! Clutches her spirit so and takes half a step back. How dare you encroach upon the sacred essence of the machine? How? As soon as he stills forever, the oppressive atmosphere around you deepens into literal darkness. One by one, flaming slits begin to appear in the gloom, perhaps eyes, perhaps mouths, ready to devour the mortal who has laid claim to it. For an otherworldly will rails against you and crumbles when confronted by the forces that you keep safe in the service of the dark gods. I feel like challenging it to a duel probably is the mechanically better choice, because it'll drop something that'll be nice. But forcing it to become a servant on my ship is definitely more heretical. And I feel like summoning a demon and then killing it isn't very heretical. Probably shouldn't have clicked that. You mentally order the entity to leave the vessel, stow away on the shuttle, and as soon as the shuttle returns to your ship, infiltrate the ship's systems. The demon responsible for the desecration of the dead or deranged crew will not faithfully serve you. I'm half tempted to reload and pick the other option, but I feel like that goes against the spirit of a blind playthrough. Huh. Basically, I get to teleport 4 cells for free. Because I have way more HP than that'll... I have 120... 104. 120 is insane. How'd I get that much? 104 max makes more sense. It's 15 Medicaid. That's neat. I think that's a better... yeah. I'll accept that. There we go. And you can have the Medicaid thing if you... And... who else? You're the only other person with Medicaid, right? 60. Yeah, sure, why not? How much do you heal now? 35. Okay. Anything else? I don't think so.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Just for science.
Speak, Elantark.
What is breaking this?
I understand your intent.
I think that's all the ones in this. Whatever. Thought maybe breaking them all would do something cool. No matter. I think we're done here. I doubt these guys have anything too interesting. Is that everything? That's everything. Your turn. Well, first off. Now we can go. And then we'll finally go to Footfall. Soto's tomb. Hello, pirates, immediately. We'll deal with you now, I suppose. Get to play with my new Demon Lance.
Mighty machine spirit, lend us a modicum of thy power.
Oh, you poor fools.
Sail upon the seas of void. Land. Initiate macro cannon barrage. Set course.
Not going
Engage
anywhere.
the macro cannons. Commence torpedo launch.
Alright, that's all I need. Now. Now again. Please be over. Okay. Damn, okay, fine, whatever. Can I soften you up first?
Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
No, you die.
Let the macro
Probably.
cannons sing their twisted song.
Just barely out of reach. Can I do this? And then this. And then that. I'm so smart.
Unleash our fury.
Who cares? Blaze with them again?
Engage the lads.
Yay.
Madness conquers the void.
I feel like I'm a little over-leveled for this part of the game. Unidentified Imperial Warship. Actually, first this planet. What were you guarding, sirs? Imperium cartographers and chroniclers know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even footfall. It used to be a Cyclopean tomb. That's how you say it, right? On its orbit, found a resting place of Cornelius Sato, one of the discoverers of the Prince Expanse. The tomb gave its name to the entire system. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse into the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the entire world uninhabitable for centuries. The crater formed by the station's impact can be observed from orbit. Soto's tomb became a I've never seen that word before. I have no idea how I'm supposed to say it. Sepulchre. Let's see, Google. Inform me. Pardon me, what do you say?
Sepulchre.
Sepulchre? Okay. That sounds a bit weird. But sepulchre. Sordid place has neither life nor loot, but knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull is a treasure in its own right. Okay, I don't need Plasky. Switch it. How we doing, lads? Oh, these guys! Upon your approach, the Scarlet Pursuer sends out a hearty greeting. Captain Demir Shawnee wishes good health upon you and your entire dynasty, and asks if you might have any up-to-date information on Burning Worlds. Can I open my... See... What's the Burning World thing doing? Oh, right. Oh, I forgot Diabos wanted me. I forgot. I'll check that out after I'm done here. Probably too late. Something about Burning Worlds, right? Is it a rumor? I'll cooperate, why not? I have some information. Ooh, nice. With effusive gratitude, the ship sends out a shuttle with the promised reward. We got a bit of reputation, I suppose. Alright. See, yeah, what's this? Space dust. Yay. What's this space dust? Yay. What is this very tiny planet? Pluto? It is. Gigantic asteroid surface is densely sown with craters and pits leading into deep caves. Augurs indicate that the asteroid consists of layers characterized by strange heterogeny. There is a high probability of finding valuable resources inside the stone. It can be extracted by sending an exploration team deep into the tangled tunnels. Then yeah, do that. With the help of the massive drill, the exploration team penetrates into the cavernous depths. The squad reports that their auspexes have detected meager reserves with the substance used in the synthesis of plasteel in the rock. The excavation will take time and significant efforts. Then, do it. The equipment struggles with the unexpected hardness of the rock, but after 3 watches, and the squad manages to set up enough mobile extracting units to gather the coveted material. Noise and vibrations caused by the instruments have disturbed strange currents inside the asteroid. Transparent viscous substance streams down the porous walls of the caverns, slowly filling the caves. Squad's auspexes raise the alarm. Prolonged stay in these tunnels will undoubtedly result in toxic liquid, destroying the gear and equipment. Despite this, the explorers suggest blocking the livelier streams in order to leave them with enough time to fill several canisters with the strange substance. Later, the Magi alchemies will no doubt be able to synthesize many useful chemicals from it. Yeah. Go for it. Long hours are spent carefully preparing for the collection of the materials and mapping the caves in this part of the asteroid. Carefully observing the flows of strange liquid, the squad succeeds in gathering several canisters of the substance while preventing any floods. While some soldiers return to carry the prize back to the surface, the rest continue moving toward the asteroid's heart. And now we have chemicals. Cool. The explorers eventually reach the dry, surprisingly large caverns. A minute of respite is interrupted by a terrified scream. The squad is under attack. Tunnels arches collapse, turning into nightmares monsters I can read, resembling both worms and spiders. Individually or together? The beasts rush forward, yearning to tear apart the intruders who disturb their rest. Kill them! Kill them dead. Nice. The gigantic horrors attack relentlessly, their powerful mandibles turning soldiers' bodies into a bloody paste, but nothing can withstand the purifying lights of flamers. Intrigued by the encounter with new xenoforms, explorers notice that their tough carapaces conceal meat, both extraordinarily nutritious and surprisingly tasty. Without a doubt, future hunts for this creature could feed a significant number of people. Endless caverns eventually lead the explorers to every center of the asteroid, where they are met with a yawning cavity of unimaginable size. Giant rock turns out to be housing the curved, shapeless buildings of an unknown xeno race. Fragile, built as if out of sand, intriguing find awaits the squad in the long-dead city. Uncountable quantities of ugly totems made from crystal phlogiston built into the walls of the most twisted buildings. Yeah, grab it. With each crystal effortlessly removed from the dilapidated sand walls, entire blocks of the city collapse. It does not take long for the cavity inside the asteroid to fill with a thick, dusty fog. For the recovery of the phlogiston from the crumbling ruins will take more time. Well, that was a fruitful endeavor. I know we're right next to Footfall, but I remembered the Fiabos thing that I have to deal with. Let's go. Fiabos is all the way up north, is it not? Could just go like this, you know? Just go all. Yeah, do that. And then I don't want to deal with the. I'll stick with unsafe. Go across the entire place. Okay. Yeah, I think yellow is fine. I've never had anything too bad in yellow routes. Lord Captain, disturbing report has come from the quarries of Fiabos 5. 6. I can read, I promise. Convicts have lost their minds, they forget how to use tools, they huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly in space, even under the lashes of the whips running the mining deadlines. Some are possessed with the urge to use their nails to scratch blasphemous symbols on tools, machines, and even their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. Overseers consider it a ploy to divert attention away from the escapes of an impending rebellion. What are the symbols? It's hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition. Naturally round circles connected by lines. Unnaturally round circles. I hope you realize what a circle is. If it is anything but completely round, it's not a circle. The lines are interrupted by groups of dots. Some patterns follow a certain common logic while others are unique. I can provide your lordship with pics of them. After examining the pics, you realize that the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence. What did my advisor say? Detecting an intriguing pattern in the drawing of the symbols left by the prisoners. Hypothesis: they have practical purpose. Requesting clearance for the Adeptus Mechanicus to access the mines and investigate the specimens. Disappearing prisoners? It's kind of running away from penal servitude if the entire world is a prison cell. No, Shireen, these Ashmags have found some sort of smuggling tunnel network and are hiding there. The drawings are their secret language which they use to give orders to their fellow prisoners. There's some guys who can find such secret places and decipher these languages. If the convicts continue to disappear for no reason, then unrest will soon follow. Whether out of fear or hope of the possibility of escape, to stifle this, we must put pressure on the convict leaders. My experience suggests that such people can hold more sway than any overseer. What did Pascal say? All allies gain +7 logic. That's not too bad. Start of the turn, they gain 20 temporary wounds. When the wearer's wounds drop to 0, they fall prone, gain 10 of their maximum wounds. Temporary wounds, where it becomes a priority target of adjacent enemies. While prone, the wearer has no other allies. While prone, if the wearer has no other allies with more than 0 wounds, they and their allies die. Next turn, they regain 30% of the wounds if they have any temporary wounds left. So basically it gives you, if I'm understanding this right, it basically just lets you have Ulfar's thing, where when he dies he just gets better. Once per round though. It wouldn't be good to give to Abelard, because he's usually dying last out, usually. This seems pretty good. But the logic is also nice, I think. Let me read this again. At the start of the wearer's turn, they gain plus 20 wounds. When the wearer's wounds drop to 0, fall prone, and they gain 10% of their HP. And they become the tank. While prone, the wearer has no other allies. With more than 0 wounds, they and their allies die. Yeah, it is just Ulfar's thing, just a little different. That's Jay, right? Yeah. I was probably gonna pick her anyway. For a generous fee, my people can even find the small stone tossed to the bottom of the sea, Shireen. Squad 2 out. Small daring smugglers slipped into the mines and discovered long collapsed tunnels that had been cleared very recently. What do you mean bottom of the sea, by the way? This is space. Bottom of which sea? Unnaturally even wall covered in strange symbols caught their attention. The tunnel went down deep and was not on any of the mining maps. Colony administration gave orders to conduct an archive survey, banned work in the sector, and had guards posted there until the origins of the tunnel could be established. Yay. Can I do anything here? +5 commerce, +4 hit chance. It's a comic lens. There was like a heretical one, right? +5 browse. I mean, that's good. That's just money. Was I wanting to get one of these? Or was I looking at one of these? +10 crit damage. Ooh. That's interesting. I don't think it really matters which one I pick between these two. Getting the corrals and toxic resist is probably going to be nice though. So if I want... What's this? Torpedoes deal 15% more damage. That's not helpful at all. That's good, and that's good. +5 will still and +5 damage on the ranged attacks. Blood sports is definitely going to be the one to do that guy, because that weapon is probably going to be better than what I have now. And the +10 crit damage, that's real nice. That's also nice. Okay, well that'll be done whenever it's done. Can I do another? No. That's fine, I didn't expect it. How long does this take? Does it tell me? Probably not. Alright, back to football. because Jay didn't tell me where the planet was, and I spent close to 3 hours looking for it. So I hopefully just stumble across it. To the Imperium. Do I have to go here? Oh, it's just called To the Imperium. Wait. Distress City. Do I have to? No. Just to be sure. That's story. I don't want to do story just yet, but Footfall, I also have to go there for story. Can't do Idris thing. That's the Football. This will happen whenever it happens, right? I can't find any of those guys. This has just become level 5 heretical. Yes, the only thing I can think of to do. What? Let's go to Football with Jay. I wasn't able to interact with this before, I think. No, except it's sealed from the inside. A box reporting is stating the priesthood of the altar, Templum Calixtus X-17 sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity, refusing access to the guests, on the basis that the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of invulnerability granting them sole jurisdiction over their sacred sites. Yeah, I figured, but what's this? This is a shop, yeah? Yes, I've already bought everything they have, though. Well, everything that I want. Well, that's not true either. I've already bought everything from... What is making that noise? Everything from them that I can. I received a box message from Footfall. Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of malleus extremists. Docking will require special permission, and even the most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. Station's custodian, Her Ladyship Incendia Shorta, sends her greetings and invites your lordship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her enforcers will meet you there to escort her to another chamber for a private audience. Vox crackles aside, and Jay's honeyed voice was ear. Victus, the salve for my heart. Forgive the intrusion, but I have an important business with the rogue trader. Oh, Shireen, I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by some rival Ashmags. Ladeum is too occupied for schemes, and besides, Incendia Chorda has already put him in his place. Which leaves only Falco. May the odds they tear his soul to pieces. It falls straight ahead, and I would rather not waste the precious sand still left in the hourglasses of their lives. You threw a wrench into the works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages. All because my right hand is chained up on one of the false asteroids. But we pay Falco a courtesy visit. I'm sure your imposing visage will loosen his tongue, and maybe, just maybe, untie the hands of my crew. Yeah, that's why we're here. Shireen, have I ever mentioned that you are the most fragrant rose bush in the entire blossoming garden of the Grin's Expanse? That is all you have to say. Docksmaster unceremoniously boots Jay from the chain. Apologies, Captain. What will be your instructions? We have any other options? We have none, Lord Captain. The augurs are reporting that all docking gates have not watched by the enforcers are locked and rigged with explosives. Wow. Well, let's go say hello to Miss Incendia then. As you wish, Lord Captain. Quick save. And since we're doing this, let's level up Jay first. You probably want I don't know what you would want. How's your health? Double digits. That's all I can gather. Toughness maybe? Alright, take a ready to serve. Why not? Let's go. Yeah, I was gonna kick all far out. I wonder if he'll have a quest. Probably, right? Hello. I'm gonna take some of this. Surprised no one's here immediately to greet me. I see how it is. Never mind. What's up, Jay?
Well, Shireen, what do we have here? Cowardly Ashmag who wants to get his paws on my certificate without even working up a sweat.
Considering the circumstances currently affecting Footfall, the only fitting place this filth could be hiding is in the sewers.
Nasty spots with a powerful whiff about it, that is true. But I swear to you, Shireen, you won't come up with a better track for Falco. I know these tunnels like the back of my hand. The most delicious part of all is that
Ashmag chose to go in there. I wish he hadn't, of course. So only if the Azzy don't mess things up for us, and everything goes to plan. If it doesn't, she breaks off her shoulders, sagging under the weight of her doubts. If it doesn't, my gang are dead, Shireen. One wrong move, one wrong word. It's thrown. Damn, that Ashmag makes everything so difficult. Perhaps I should just give them Mercadium, the MTO. Falco's not a complete idiot. He won't risk such a valuable payoff. Look, it's the end of the deal. Give me Tor and the others. What's your plan? The gist is that we need to go down into the sewer tunnels of Footfall, connect a tank of sleeping gas to the old ventilation system, direct the airflow to Falco's hideout. Of course, pray to the old ones that Ashmag's jackals don't spot us. It's true, it's going to be a little trickier than it seems. Falco's desperate, so he'll bound to have his thugs patrolling the tunnels. Go crashing down there, he'll know something's afoot, and when Falco's feeling jumpy, heads roll. Tank of sleeping gas? He stares at you, trying to decide if you're joking or being completely serious. What do you take me for? I've acquired it already. Don't worry, everything covered. Okay, but I can just go in there and kill him. And do my associates to death, not even giving them a morsel of hope? So you might give a crumb of bread to the lowliest beggar? It's not all over yet. If we rush in there, we'll be as good as slitting the throat of every idiot who ever swore their loyalty to me. And got one more thing to say. How are we going to direct the gas to the right place? Need to turn a few valves there, another couple here. Start up the ventilation system using an old cogitator. May the Exalted One preserve its machine spirits. Sounds like a puzzle. How do we get into the tunnels? Most of the passages have been sealed off by Chorda's hounds. There's one they definitely haven't got to. Time to pay a visit to Octi, the Adeptus Asmascius then. Okay. To the Asmascius we go, Shireen. You have other pressing business to handle on the way there. Oh yeah, I'm a little busy, you know?
Patience!
The noble families from your primary world are looking for any excuse to destroy each other, Elantark. But leaders must strive for unity among their people.
In all fairness, Iliad, you are in no position to judge humans for fighting among themselves. Everything I've learned lately about your kind suggests that a proclivity for feuding is universal.
Hey, can I get past you guys? No. I don't know what that says. This place seems friendly. The Inquisitor claims to be a good guy. I thought I was doing the evil playthrough. Give me this. Is Hieronymus still up here? No.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Battling curfew gets you in front of the firing squad? That's crazy. Big tech use chest stop me at all.
Successful.
Never once has it failed me. Anything else? Further out. No. Mercy, your families are starving. Let me take a couple of Nutribars. Lies, I see clearly with my naked eye. The corruption that has engulfed your nature. Cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. I'm supposed to be the bad guy. I mean, I probably would pick the same option. If it was heretical. Otherwise, not really. Fire cleansing enough for you, you crazy hag? Oh, damn. Emperor protects me. Guilty. Burn him. Hey, that's pretty close to me, dude. So much as a single cinder touches my coat. You're done. Swiss cheese. Cindy Chorda is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contorted next to her. Sigmund von Valancius, I was informed of your arrival. Justin has marked Cynthia's features with a crisscross of lines and deeper furrows. Her cheek is forever twisted in a continuous nervous tick. Her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. Dazzling aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze flares like a plasma thruster. One look at Incendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, the braid trim is stained with sweat, and is tinged with the smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. What are you doing to that guy? Cynthia sinks her silver spoon to the man's brain and slowly consumes the revolting morsel. Must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. That's how I learned to recognize their patterns. You know, not a lot phases me, but that's just kind of crazy, you know? Like, that's just... like, usually there... well, all the crazy stuff in this game, it's got, like, 1% logic to it, if nothing else, you know? Like, oh, if you're against me, then you're obviously an enemy of humanity, and you gotta die immediately, if you so much as consider questioning me, you know? Like, yeah, that's crazy and evil. But... like, this is just, I'm gonna eat this guy's brain. Because he's a bad guy. So I'm going, whatever. Does it help at least? I have deepened my understanding of the petty and odious urges that drive the weak-willed to degeneracy. I have learned that these urges in their eyes. I've learned to see these urges in their eyes. If only you knew what it's like to be familiar with every shade of corruption that lurks in depraved souls. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the heinousness therein. I know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds. But I know it all too well. None shall escape my wrath. So is death the only, like, form of justice we have? There's no, like, 1 million years dungeon or anything? It's just, hey, if you commit any crime at all, you're dead. This is true justice, unprejudiced, inescapable, equally merciless to all. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to the cesspool of pirates and heretics. The red footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs and turned its imperial station into a hotbed of free-thinking and inefficiency. I will not rest until all have been judged. This is no tribunal, this is slaughter. Cindy studies you with a predatory smile. It's been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It will be my pleasure to indict you for the crimes you have committed. Whisper the words of the forbidden spell. The forbidden spell. The forbidden spell. Like, that's just a thing everyone knows. If you can see corruption in me, indict away. Then let us begin. Shorter leans forward, stares intently into your eyes. Scarcely has Cynthia's gaze met yours. She begins writhing in pain, clutching her head. Takes a deep breath and tries to look you in the eye again, only for a few new flash of pain to almost make her cry out, confusion and fear visible in her eyes. I cannot see your crimes. How is this possible? Someone like you cannot be pure. Warrior clad in armor adorned with the sign of the Inquisition speaks in a voice that is even and dry like paper. The Inquisitor is aware of rogue trader von Valencia's arrival on footfall. He allowed it and gave an order, no order of persecution. I think the Inquisitor's will is that the rogue trader von Valencia be treated with respect befitting his high status. In her assertions, Lady Shorta is dangerously close to abusing her authority and violating the chain of command. This is your warning. Yeah, how do you like it? I accidentally used appeal to authority. Cindy's pale cheek is hit by a spasm. Her Earlish mutters, no intention of questioning the Lord Inquisitor's orders. Perhaps he wishes to receive you in one piece so that he may conduct a personal interrogation. So what happens between you and Winterscale? Winterscale's a traitor. While the Expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. His servants are capturing his worlds and ships while he hides from his reckoning, indulging his base urges. Soon enough, he too will stand before judgment. I mean, I've met you two for about 5 minutes collectively, total. But he seemed pretty chill, and you are eating a guy's brain out of his head with a spoon, so I'm on his side. I so do enjoy candor. When the one who stands before the court openly admits he shares the belief of someone who is about to be pronounced an anarchist and traitor to the Imperium. I say such a confession should earn him a swift and less agonizing execution. So you're in charge of Warhammer? Indeed I am. The Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, and I offered him my support at once. The Fall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Fall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war. Or, perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden. To me. Actually, it's mine. I took it, didn't I? While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I'm tasked with overseeing security and order. And there is much to do on that front. Pirates, smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention. Cracking your neck. Stiff from many hours of reading documents, and Cindy again dips her silver spoon, scoops out brain matter from the open skull, poor fellow standing next to her. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under heavy stacks of new denunciations. I don't know what that word is. Warrants and other documents. I am pretty sure I took this place over a while ago, didn't I? I went to the unofficial head honcho of the place, and it was like, hey, I'm the boss now. I don't care what Incendia wants. I'm doing her a favor. No, I'm taking it. And she got mad at me for doing that earlier. What makes you think you can govern my footfall? Such is the law of footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right of absolute territory. Surely it is not that thug Takara deserves to rule the station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Caspalican henchmen. And so will those Andrew firebrands. His outrageous activities has brought footfall so much grief. She looks at the gloating rank. Once you hindered my efforts to subdue the station. Yeah, this is what I did. And yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to begin sooner. Then Takara's troublemakers would have already been crushed, instead of lurking in a cargo bay's maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I'll deal with them soon enough. So they're quite popular with the locals. This attempt is mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. Cindy past an armrest smells. This refractor field is impervious even to tank shells. I think Takara had a sacred Drusian relic stashed in one of his storerooms. Whom are you judging? All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, abettors, harbiters, cowards, and perjurers. I ran out of breath. Any who has ever trespassed, any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of, they all will be condemned. With obsessive determination, Cindy starts going through her papers, seemingly no longer aware that she is doing so. More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude in perpetuous servitude and having rid themselves of reprehensible consciousness, serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness, will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faiths from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name. Just being an asshole. Not carnage, but judgment. His judgment. And I know of no other delight than serving him.
The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the archenemy's machinations and Xeno scum who deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable. Human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I will rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with a sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium. She's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, that Incendius genuinely believes every word she just said. And where is the Lord Inquisitor? In the Legis chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance, and he is not seeing any supplements. Soldier wearing inquisitorial armor echoes Incendia's words. Lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your Lordship that he will summon you later, when circumstances permit. We will see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time, I shall weed out all the taints that has bred here on Footfall for so long. When the pious fear... loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillars of the station under his watchful eye. So, it's understood and agreed upon that whenever a rogue trader comes to Footfall, they've got absolute authority. I imagine if two rogue traders are on Footfall, then whoever has higher authority is either whoever gets here first, or whoever the stronger one is. Regardless, I'm gonna take the latter option. Insignia touches the panel on the throne's armrest and is immediately shielded by a refractor shield. There's sounds of alarms going off in the distance, mocking small cuts across space. Go ahead, Sigmund. Give me a reason. Clad in Inquisitor armor announces. Inquisitor's instructions were to maintain order and ensure his allies' safety, without using any methods, however extreme they may be. If your ladyship is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over the sector. Doing so will trigger an explosive decompression. The actors will be destroyed during the depressurization, where her ladyship will be protected by the field projected by her throne. Urge you not to take steps that might be interpreted as an act of aggression. Fine. I'll kill you later. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. But I am Takara, the deplorable rebel who once ruled the station. He slipped from my grasp. He is inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants, hiding from my wrath, and with the dexterity of a void rat. Informers claim he often appears in that den of unrest that bears the irreverent name of the Adeptus Damascus. We have made several attempts to arrest him. He has evaded capture every time. Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly. His efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Paul's integrity, Takara must be apprehended. As the rogue trader in authority, I order you to aid me in bringing him to justice. The asteroid where the Adeptus Damascus is located has been cordoned off. I forgot how to read for a second. But my enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Takara out of his hole and seize him so that he may stay on trial. Do this for the sake of full reparation and pave the road for that my justice will tread. You pronounced Fladeum a criminal? Obviously you did, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Why wouldn't I? That vile rogue's infamy is known to all. You patronize thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his leave, heresies and unholy cults flourished. That he has evaded punishment this long can only be described as gross negligence, which I intend to rectify in short order. What's Hieronymus got to do with this? Reverend Hieronymus headed where the rebels are seen most often. You preach to them and sway them to repent.
Alas, you still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption. What do I stand to gain? You think I'm just gonna let you tell me what to do? Without reason? Does it satisfy you that order and imperial compliance will be restored to Cliffhall? See, you've learned much from Theodora, namely her hubris, greed, and indifference to duty. Okay, you convinced me. I'll definitely do it. Absolutely. Cooperation will be noted, Sigmund. But remember, none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. Okay, I'm gonna leave these guys. You seem to have no respect for the dead, so I won't either. Hey, I love it. Sure, I'll love it. Do I get anything cool? Kind of. What's slash? Does this take place? Is it basically charge? Or like I can do charge and then I can do my actual attack? Because it says it takes place, it cannot be used in the same time as charge. So can I do the attack and then I go on the other side, and then I don't know. Can push someone 7 cells away with a heavy rock song. Huh? I wonder if we can push people off ledges like this and just send them off a cliff or whatever. Buff. Corrals. Corrals, so it's good. You. What's the 9% limit? Allies gain exploits percent armor until the end of the combat. 4 more exploits are removed. The operator deals 9. Okay, that seems like the most circumstantially useful. And then you're my warp knower, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you're my warp knower. Yeah. It's either her or Jay. And I believe I'm going up to 100 now, right? No, that's fine. Probably should have grabbed this a while ago. Yeah, that's pretty nice. You will also get corrals. Simple. Alright. Do I get anything cool? Target gains plus 55. Increased hit chance on the next attack. Dodge on the next dodge chance. You gain plus 55 hits, dodge, and saving throw. That's decent. It's like wall of fire, kind of. Or, I guess Hunger of Fadar would be a better example. Gains plus 32 to their willpower and toughness. If I could give that to me, that'd be pretty rad. Don't think so. What are these locked ones? Can I grab these? Navigator decreases Vel degradation by 10 points. And it caps at 20. So you just use this twice? Allies gain plus 10 deflection against all warp damage and damage. I mean, that's decent if you've got a Psyker on the team. Cell radius around the target point of 12 cells away must pass through power. Immediately move 3 cells toward that point. That's not great, I think. The ally immediately gains an extra turn, during which they can only use a single ability, mimicking the effect of the warrior's charge. Cost 0. What does that mean? Mimicking the effect of the warrior's charge. I have no idea what that could mean. First use of this ability on any target marks the target. Enemy targets must pass the willpower resistance test to avoid this. Second use returns the target to the position where it was during the first use and restores the state they were at that time. The cells occupied are unreachable from their current position. They move to the next closest cell. Huh. That is interesting. I wonder. You could do this on... I feel like the intended use for this, or the one that goes to my mind immediately, is use this on one of the party members, an ally, and send them to do some stupid thing that it's like high risk, high reward. And then as long as they don't die, on the next turn you can just bring them back and no risk, you know? Like I send in Sigmund, for example. He goes in, obliterates some dude like 300 HP or something, but takes 50 damage, or even like close to all his health doing so. And then you just immediately bring it back, and he's got all his health back, you know? Why can't I get Mendrial? I see. I can't get it anyway for a while, so I don't really care. It creates a circle in a 3-cell radius. Any creature that is inside it enters it or ends their turn inside. Not under the effect of apathy. Makes a willpower resistance test. And then if they have apathy, target is immobilized. If 1 round passes under the effect. It says any creature. So friendly fire is an issue, but once your owner passes under the effect of apathy, the power. Target must make a willpower resistance. Success removes apathy. Failure stuns for 1 round. Removes apathy and makes the creature immune to any further. That's nice, I think.
at the start of their turn, the enemy's turn, I'm assuming. So what you do with this is you curse someone, and then you don't kill them, so that they can, like, just continuously infect more people, or curse other people, I think. This may be helpful. You're my persuasion person, are you not? You are. But you're also my coercion person, right? I mean, like... Yeah, I think coercion is the way to go. Because it's smaller. Pascal, I don't know what you want. I think he just shoots someone, and then everyone around him gets scared. You don't really care about perfect shot. And you're not a damage dealer, so yeah, you want that. That's your logic. It's good. Has your tech use. Even better. Yeah, you're never failing a tech use check. What else do you do? You don't do athletics. You're not aware. Don't need carouse. Coercion doesn't matter. Commerce is the same. Demolition. Wolfar's not in the party, but Yearly, that's fine enough. Logic. I might pick logic. I'll probably pick logic. Medicae is high enough for someone who doesn't use Medicae. Yeah, just take logic. Okay, Jay, I don't know what you want. At the start of the officer's next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to 4 multiplied by the number of enemies. And then if they're under voice command, they immediately whack a guy. Sounds like a free hit most of the time. Your commerce stat. Your coercion stat. You're kind of redundant, aren't you? Take commerce. You're the best commerce. Okay. I think now is probably a decent time to end stream. I'll be back again Friday, same time, noon central. Nether, Beshku, nice to have you. Hope to see you Friday. Have a good rest of your day.